tips for 2025. I know that everybody is going through a lot emotionally right now. And I started to think about when we went through COVID that I was okay. And people asked me, "How are you okay?" And I started to write it all down. And that turned into a book. And not saying that I have all the answers, but I'm just sharing what is keeping me sane right now. And these are my tips for 2025. And the first one is get involved. Get to know your elected officials. Get to know your mayor, your senator, your governor. Get involved so you don't feel so powerless. There's so many of our elected officials on social media, not just saying what's going on and what's happening and what they're doing, but recording the things that they're fighting for online and having live town halls. My congressman is Brad Sherman, and he is constantly texting me and telling me there's a town hall meeting nonstop, ad nauseum, to the point where I'm like, geez, Brad. But that's just because I'm involved. So get involved, because the more you know, the more you can be prepared. And that is my second tip. If you can see things coming down the pipeline, like maybe you need to get extra water, maybe you need to get extra food, just in the event that something crazy may happen, you're prepared. I live in earthquake country, so I feel like we have to constantly stay ready with earthquake kits in our cars, with earthquake kits in our homes. And during COVID, I realized the shelves were bare. And so, what I started doing after that was buying extra beans, buying extra canned goods, buying extra rice, buying extra water. And as that food came up to being expired, I would just utilize it. I would just put it in a stew. I would just give it to my clients, so that I was constantly rotating that food. But if you are ready, you don't have to get ready. Do your own research. You know, there's so much misinformation going on. And I find that the more that you actually know what's going on, because you know where to look, because you've done your own research, the more you don't feel powerless. There's so many people just blatantly lying right now that are in office, that are about to take office. And if you know that, you can stay ahead of a lot of things. And right now, what I'm seeing is history repeating itself. And so if you look at our history, real history, not what we're taught in school, but you can see everything starting to repeat itself. And what is getting ready to happen, I believe, is power back to the people, because people are no longer willing to accept what's going on. But if you do your own research, you can become educated and you can see, oh, at this point in our history, this was getting ready to happen. And finally, the biggest predictor of the future is creating it. We create our own reality. There was many years ago where I saw the planet split in half, and I thought it was symbolic of something. But what I'm realizing I was seeing is two different frequencies. People who were complacent and complaining and responding to what is going on in the same way, and folks who came together, who realized that there was an opening, no matter how small, and began to grow their own food, began to barter, began to raise the frequency so that their consciousness became contagious, and they created a whole other world of higher frequency people. So I'm starting to see that now, that the higher your thoughts, the higher your focus, the more love and hope and possibility that you can stay in, the higher your frequency. And we all know about the law of attraction, that like attracts like. And so I'm starting to see opportunities that other people don't have or aren't having because I'm keeping hope alive in my own self. So I know that the holidays can be hard for a lot of people because it's not always about, family and eating well and, abundance for a lot of folks. So I just thought I would put some tips out about what is keeping me sane and at times hopeful and grateful and happy. See you soon.